Candace Owens recently had a massive live stream. Very, very high viewership, like hundreds of thousands of people watching. And the reason it was so high, well, she's very popular in general, but the reason it was specifically high that time was because the live stream was after she had spoken to Erika Kirk. Because Erika Kirk, at the failing news channel CBS's awful town hall that Barry Weiss promoted the hell out of, which got horrible ratings, Erika Kirk said, multiple times, as she's been consistently saying, Candace Owens, stop telling conspiracy theories about Charlie Kirk. In reality, we are all Charlie Kirk, and all of us are pro-Israel. Charlie Kirk loved Israel, Shabbat Shalom, I love Israel, we're all loyal to Israel, etc., etc., Candace Owens met with Erika Kirk, and
that they were sort of most upset with what obviously a bit of a fever pitch, what I tweeted that it was a God-forsaken company and people should not give money to it. And I have to own that. That's aggressive. That is actually aggressive in the retrospect. I was very frustrated. And I don't know, I felt like we weren't getting any answers and there were so many lies. And then I was getting attacked for asking all meaningful questions that was within their capacity to answer. And I told you, I definitely, my problem in life is that I can rise to anger very quickly. I shared with them that I really felt like I was under attack for telling the truth from the very beginning, like casually, when I mentioned the Catholicism thing. Like, what was that about? I was like, look, I say something in a tribute to him. Alex Clark and Andrew Colvett then jump onto a podcast and they're doing that weird interview, which is clearly...
In so many words, she actually capitulated. Erika Kirk had a conversation with her, and Candace Owens, who has, again, like breathlessly held the attention of all of the mentally ill conspiracy theorists in the United States with stories about how essentially Israel killed Charlie Kirk because Charlie Kirk was on the cusp of breaking with the MAGA line and opposing Zionist control over the USA. Sorry, I shouldn't say Zionist control. We all know perfectly well when Candace Owens says Zionist what she means. She means Jewish. It was a Jewish doctor. Thank you. But she completely backed off. And it's really, really, really fucking funny because in the live stream, look at this live stream, okay? Fucking 3.8 million views here. Huge. This is a live stream VOD. I mean, good Lord. Look at those dislikes. I think I just realized we, the people, will never be allowed to know. Transparency is never found in private meetings. That's where the deals are made. My advice is to put the phones down and go outside. These people can't be trusted. Hassan was in the live chat instigating Lamau. I saw the tweet. Erika goes around giving interviews to everyone and their mama, but you guys can't have a live interview. It's a big club and we aren't in it. A lot of people are super mad at Candace Owens because the image is that she like bent the knee to the, the establishment, parentheses, echoes. And I mean, she did. That is what happened. Obviously, Candace Owens is and always has been a massive grifter. My guess is that Erika Kirk is basically just, at this point, an envoy for a bunch of corrupt political special interests, right? So obviously Israel. But also probably like a bunch of people tied in with the GOP. I mean, Erika Kirk has a bunch of ties, obviously. She was Kirk's wife and is also now with TPUSA. She had a conversation with Candace Owens, and she essentially said, like, don't rock the boat too much. Like, come on, don't. The degree to which you are going after me could end up bearing negatively on your career in the long run. Like right now you're riding the high with the conspiracy posting, but Charlie Kirk only gets assassinated once, okay? Eventually this high is going to fall off and you are going to need friends and you are going to lose those friends now if you don't stop pestering me. Now they both just talked about Charlie Kirk dick game for an hour. That is also very possible. That's also very possible. I gotta say though, this guy's really cooking. Erika goes around giving interviews to everyone and their mama, but you guys can't have a live interview. That's a really good point. Erika is shameless and will not leave the camera. She loves the spotlight. She has been doing this media tour for months now. And for Candace Owens, a live streamer, This was the one, this you couldn't get a live interview for? That's interesting. That's curious. That makes me wonder. Candace was already kicked out of TPUSA? No, she wasn't. Was she? She was kicked out of the Daily Wire. She had a falling out with Ben Shapiro, who's Jewish. Not TPUSA. Charlie Kirk is, well, I should say was an anti-Semite as well. He just played it in a little bit, for the sake of the optics. I don't know if she's like an actual anti-Semite or just grifting on that too, but, past a point, it doesn't really make a difference, Private meetings are for one thing and one thing only, secrets. Adding the wedding photo of you and Erika like you're suddenly united is an interesting move. I'm unfollowing, done with the antics. Private meeting and now our only source is silence. This makes no sense. Meeting privately was a serious mistake in judgment. People know something's off and we're not here for it. Crawling back into my cave, thought we almost had a real one. It's really, 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 really funny. You can't hold on to a conspiracy audience forever, It's just not possible.
Okay, everybody, Shabbat Shalom. I just want to say Shabbat Shalom to everybody back at home. Happy Hanukkah to our greatest friends and allies. And, this is a good time to mention that Israel does have a right to defend itself. Tucker Carlson is Adolf Hitler. And TikTok does need to be purchased by the Mossad. It's just how I'm feeling today. I am not different.
Really, preemptively compensating for what happens later on in the show, Wow, that's absolutely crazy. 3.8 million views, in case you were wondering. She's maybe the most popular right-wing commentator right now. This is what people are listening to.
And maybe you are different. Welcome back to Candace. The Jews, obviously.
God almighty.
Just kidding. Justin Strife. Justin Strife was in the room. It was just Justin Strife and Erika. George joined me just for the beginning portion of the conversation because he had that thing going on that I told you on the 15th all day. He was in a conference. And then I brought my cousin Mia, the one that has a really bad attitude. I just bring her there for vibes. I think it just confuses people. They're like, I don't understand what's this person doing here. And the reality is she's always just listening to Cardi B music. But she's my cousin and I always have her around. And so that was it. She was kind of sitting a little bit away, but at the table it was just
that searching the transcript stuff doesn't work that well, unfortunately.
And I will be honest, I did not know what to expect going into the room. I did not know if they were going to be open. I didn't know what Erika's energy was going to be like, if it was going to be more of an argument, if there was going to be legal threats. You guys were telling me not to drink water, so I didn't drink water. Well, I brought my own water, but I didn't drink that water too. It was a lot. There's a lot going on. Okay. And
I might need to watch some Candace Owens in my off time so that I can get it's like getting a fecal transplant where your weakened gut bacteria gets supplemented with the biome of a stronger gut bacteria. I need to reacquaint myself with conspiracism because I'm off on it now. My memory of what conspiracy theorists sound like is like listening to Alex Jones 4 years ago. This is the new wave.
Conversation started with Justin Strife very sensibly saying, what are we looking to accomplish here? What is
it's boring. I watched the whole stream yesterday and she doesn't say anything the entire time. I mean, that's probably why she opened so strong, right? Dog whistle, dog whistle, dog whistle, dog whistle, dog whistle, because the substance of this, she can't say I have been bought out or I am compromised or whatever. Well, it would be a lie. It'd be a lie by omission as well. She's always been compromised. You can't be compromised to Israel when your previous agenda was being already a grifter. You're just beholden to whatever suits your interests. That hasn't changed. 12:30, she starts talking about the magic bullet conspiracy and apologizing for it. Man, I do hate conspiracy theories. I really, really, truly do. They're just poison for the brain. They turn people into fucking retards. Do you think Fuentes' anti-Semitism bit is genuine? I don't know. It's kind of meaningless, to be honest, right? They say stupid shit they don't actually believe in, but if it was expedient to pretend to believe in it, they would. And I don't care that much about the difference between a person pretending to believe in it and believing in it. Or at least there's not much of a practical difference. I guess the most important thing to keep in mind is that at the very least, truth for these guys, does not mean what it does to us, right? They play it fast and loose.
I still don't understand it. And the magic bullet.
I'm confused. Why couldn't she drink the water? Her fans were probably concerned that she would accidentally drink Jew water, which might corrode her faculties.
Okay. Now, we all recall what happened. I casually say on the show, hey, I saw the footage. There was no blood. And honestly, when I said it, I didn't process how big of a deal that was with the 30-06.
What? Was that a conspiracy that there was no blood when Charlie got shot? Because I saw the video and there was so much blood, like immediately. What?
Very quickly, what happens is Andrew Colvett whips up this tweet about what happened with the bullet, and he said he had.
I think the conspiracy was a 30-06 would do way more damage. No, it did a lot. it killed him. Like, there's also a fake blood pouch conspiracy. This shit is like a Chinese finger trap designed to occupy the attention of low IQ people who think they're high IQ. You know, there's something wrong with the system. No, it's not corporate corruption. No, it's not regulatory capture. No, it's not our broken tax system. No, it's not all the obvious, straightforwardly broken shit happening day to day in our society. It's the fake blood pack and squibs and the 3-06 bullet mark not being big enough and the fucking, like, it's like the 9/11 conspiracy theories. The conspiracy around 9/11 isn't that there were bombs planted in the towers. The conspiracy is that Bush lied to America and the UN afterwards to legitimize a war that he wanted to start anyway.
He wanted to address all of the discussion that was being had about the online chatter. I'm obviously paraphrasing here. He says, I apologize, it's going to get graphic, but he spoke with the surgeon. The bullet should have gone through. The surgeon then explained that what he's typically seen on these wounds, and basically this was all a miracle. Charlie saved lives, even in death. And the internet clocked it. This miracle.
It wasn't a miracle. This was just a tweet. This was just a tweet from a retard with a blue check looking to get some extra money at the end of the month to pay rent. That was it.
The healthy bone, his bone was so healthy and the density was so impressive. Like, this is a quote, by the way. His bone was so healthy. I want to read it. This is allegedly from a surgeon. Quote, his bone was so healthy.
Allegedly from a surgeon. So this is like the caliber of the conspiracy theories that are being peddled about on the Candace Owens show. They're like, we found this tweet. The tweet is ostensibly by a surgeon. This viral conservative blue check tweet. We're now going to take it seriously and act as though this is some kind of like professional cover-up.
And the density was so impressive that he's like the man of steel. It should have gone through and through. It likely would have killed those standing behind him too. And we were just like, eek. That kind of was like the beginning of the WTF, right? I feel like that was kind of the beginning of it. And
I didn't think it was a conspiracy, but then I saw a tweet from a blue check attention rage bait farmer. And then I thought there was a conspiracy. Listen, I could believe that a random guy would murk Charlie Kirk, you know? What I couldn't believe is that there would be blue checks on Twitter farming attention over it after. That's unbelievable to me. There must be something deeper at hand here.
Immediately, people in the comments responded to Andrew, and he
Sorry,
said,
I didn't mean to turn this into like making fun of like, obviously, if you watch her or find any of this convincing, I don't regard you as my peer intellectually. You know, so the broader point, yeah, different species of person, truly, I no respect for them at all. Like, literally, I don't think you should be able to vote, and I'm being serious. If there was some way on a policy level to take these people and disenfranchise them completely, I would actually support it. Like, unironically, I would. I wouldn't care how undemocratic it is. I think that it's essentially necessary for the survival of the human race and for civilization, for just like this group to not be able to vote. Literacy tests? I mean, you posit it tentatively, but it should be known I am unironically in favor of literacy tests because it would disenfranchise conservatives' majority. I will support basically any electoral measure that rests free the torch of human civilization from those animals, you know? I feel like listen, it's purely a survival thing at this point. I would love to live in a world where we could, where we could all, pitch in with our ideas. But unfortunately, we all have to come to the table with an open mind and a pure heart, speaking in good faith. And a lot of you motherfuckers are not doing that. So we need to, some of you ruined it. Somebody pissed in the pool. Okay. Anyway. The point I'm getting at here is that, Candace Owens has had an arc dramatically cut tragically short by Erika Kirk Mossad. Norman Finkelstein. That might actually be funny. That might be interesting. Milo. She has been popping off lately. Still on it, though. Breaking news, we received photos of Charlie's car after the assassination. What? Candace, did you ask Erika why she canceled the Doge investigation that Charlie initiated before his death? What? I don't know. So what is she going to do now? Is she laying off Erika Kirk specifically, or is she going to dial down the anti-Semitism with regard to Charlie Kirk, Do you think Charlie would be proud of Candace doing this insane level of grifting? I mean, they were literally friends before he died. And Charlie did the same thing, Charlie just appealed to a different audience. It's all Charlie, dude. It's all Charlie. Like every stream. That's crazy. What different audience? Charlie Kirk kind of stamped down on the anti-Semitism neo-Nazi stuff because he was already polarized against the Groypers. He was trying to lead like a younger wing of what would otherwise be mainstream Republicanism, which the younger wing of mainstream Republicanism is and always has been pretty Hitlerite, Candace Owens actually has more independence. Like Candace Owens has more of a neo-Nazi to Joe Rogan viewer kind of base, right? The Joe Rogan audience wouldn't really like Charlie Kirk because Charlie Kirk is too policy oriented, Charlie Kirk is too suit and tie conservative for those guys, but they love this shit because it's mostly about woo and conspiracy, it's more normie coded. A little bit concerning that neo-Nazi rhetoric, it regularly hits millions of views per live stream, in the VODs, but sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles, sometimes that just is how it is. As I said, right now, the 2028 election is shaping up to be, Gavin Newsom or Kamala Harris or some other Israel-worshipping centrist Democrat versus a 35-year-old millennial neo-Nazi Republican who despises Israel and wins most of the youth vote. So that's what we're up against right now, okay? It's the Democrats, but you can never criticize Israel, or a Republican neo-Nazi. You can say whatever the fuck you want about Israel. That's what it's lining up to be. I'm willing to permit a pretty wide range of conspiracy posting about Israel because, in fairness, there are a million real conspiracies where Israel does influence American, political outcomes, where they do meet and work with American politicians, American business, corporate interests, whatever else, in large part because they're just an extension of those interests. And then there are a bunch of actual conspiracy theories from Israel, like false flags that have been done by Mossad that, you can look back on. It's wow, Israel's just been like this for decades. They've been really openly antagonistic towards the West for a long time, and it just keeps nothing's done about it. It's pretty crazy. Basically, what I'm saying is if something bad happens to you, you can blame Israel. That's fine.